Every year as a Man United fan feels like an important transfer window. Every single summer, we feel like it's our chance to rebuild. It's our chance to sign the smart signings, the right signings. This season, this summer, more than ever, it feels like that. It feels like we need to get this right. We have to rebuild. Forget the players that are going out. A lot of players are going to get sold. Amram's going to get rid of a lot of players. Hopefully the club are going to back him in getting rid of a lot of players. I don't think they'll get rid of everyone in one transfer window. But there's a few positions we have no choice but to upgrade. If we don't upgrade some of these positions, we don't go up. We don't go up in the league. Expect another bottom half finish. Spoiler. First of many spoilers in this video. Expect a bottom half finish if we don't upgrade a few of these positions. So what I've done is I've picked out a few positions. 3 in particular, maybe 4, you'll see. And I'm going to name my dream signing or the dream signing in that position, a realistic signing in that position, and then a wild card. So for every position, you're going to get 3 options. Don't tell me we're short of options. If me, Hussein, in my yard in London, I can go and find players that I think could take this team to the next level. Get us competing in Europe again. Or, let me not get ahead of myself. We're not in Europe. Get us competing for Europe. For European spots. Then don't tell me that you can't. Don't tell me. Don't give me an excuse. Manchester United Football Club, one of the biggest institutions in the world. Don't tell me that you can't do this. You might not like some of my picks, but you have to respect that I found 3 in each position. So, let me run you through my team, and then I'll run you through what positions I've left open. So as you can see, this is the team I've gone for next season. Starting off in goal, I just know it's not Onana. That's all I know. I just know it's not Onana. Because I'm telling you, I told you, spoiler, in the beginning, one of many spoilers, a second spoiler. If we keep Onana in goal, just know we're going to concede ridiculous goals like we did last season, like we did the season before that. Just know, history repeats itself. You fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on you and me. Yeah? Onana we need to get rid of. The back 3 I've gone with, if fully fit, you can see Yoro, you can see De Ligt, you can see Martinez. Now, De Ligt, if you want to replace him with Maguire, no problem. I have no problem about that. I'm just putting De Ligt there because I feel like he's a huge presence. But at the same time, if you want to place him with Maguire for those diags, no problem at all. Maybe even an Aiden Heaven. Let's talk about him. Not in this video though. The 4 in midfield, right wing back or that right mid position, I've gone with Ahmad because that frees up that right 10, crucially. But also, Ahmad has obviously played there before when Amram first came in. I think he done a good job. So, plus Amram likes to have, you know, his wing backs quite high and kind of like wingers anyway. So Ahmad on the right, Dorgu on the left. I think he can build on what he showed since January. Ugarte and Fernandez in midfield. Now again, you can replace Ugarte with Menu. You can replace Ugarte with Mount. I'm gonna give you an option to replace Ugarte as well. You know what I'm talking about. Just stick around. That right 10 is vacant. Ahmad usually occupies that. We're gonna have no one else to occupy that. I don't want to see anyone on that right 10 other than Ahmad. And Ahmad's on right wing back. So we need a right 10. Left 10, obviously Cunha looks like it's going to get done. I'm hoping we don't mess it up, but I don't think we will. I think Cunha's a done deal. Hopefully he's going to come and wear our number 10. I think he's a very good signing. That would probably be my dream signing in that left 10 position. Then up front, of course, is vacant because Rasmus is not playing there. And Xerxes, listen, I've seen a lot of people talk about this discourse of Cunha, a right 10, and Xerxes up top. No. Xerxes is good rotationally. He can play in the 10, he can play in the 9. But to start, guys, let's be serious. Please, let's be serious. Starting some games here and there, yeah. But my starting first striker, Joshua Xerxes, nah. So, let's get into it. Starting off with the goalkeeper. My dream goalkeeper signing. This is someone that I feel like has experience. They have the personality to play for Manchester United. And just from those 2 alone, you might already know who I'm talking about. I'm not talking... When I look at a goalkeeper, I don't look at stats. I don't look at his shot distribution and his ball distribution and his shot percentage and all that. I don't look at that kind of stuff. I look at someone with a safe pair of hands. I look at someone who can lead. Yeah? I look at experience. As a goalkeeper, I also look at experience. We signed Edwin van der Sar. When we went through a rough patch, we just needed some safe hands. We just finished from Barthez. We just finished from Tim Howard, Roy Carroll. Please, just some safe hands. This is what we're going through now. Later stages of David De Gea, horror. Onana, horror. Terrible. I just want a safe pair of hands. I just want a shit house. I just want a leader. I want someone. We lack leaders. We lack leaders. If Fernandes isn't our captain, who is our captain? We lack leaders. For that reason. Where is he, fam? Who's CD Marathon? Come on, man. Wallah, he doesn't play for that team. Where are you, bro? Emiliano. Emiliano, habibi. Martinez. He's my dream signing for the goalkeeper position. Like I said, I need a personality. I need a leader. I need a shit house. I need someone who can command the boys at the back. Someone who's going to give me the safe pair of hands. Now, has he got a mistake in him? Of course. Every goalkeeper has a mistake in them. But give me a goalkeeper who's reliable for 2-3 years is all I need for now. I just need steady hands. I need someone to come in whilst we look for that next 10 goalkeeper that can play and goal for Man United for the next 10-15 years. Whilst we look for that, whilst we're on the search for that, expanding our database, our Football Manager database, give me Emi Martinez. He's available, wants to leave Aston Villa. I think he would relish playing for a team like Man United. I think he would do amazing. And he's my first choice. That's my dream signing for the goalkeeper. Now, realistic signing, I'm going to go with a man who's already played for us. I'm going to go with Milinkovic-Savic. Vanya Milinkovic-Savic, not the other one, not Sergey. Sergey's his brother, obviously. I ain't having a midfielder in goal. Although that's what Onana basically is. He's a deep line playmaker that plays in goal. Enough about Onana. Milinkovic-Savic, what's there to say about him? Not much. He's tall, safe pair of hands, experienced. Obviously was at the club, didn't play for us due to, I think it was a work permit. Wasn't able to bust case. I think he failed the citizenship test or something. But anyways, he's there. 10th, I think Torino finished. 11th, something around there, somewhere around there. Again, I'm not looking at this. I'm not looking at, like I said, percentage and ball retention. Brother, shut up, man. A man who can claim command of area, can save shots, loud, demanding, all of that kind of stuff. I'm looking for a personality. A goalkeeper has to be a madman. They have to. For that reason, Milinkovic-Savic is my second option. And of course, we're linked with him. Good price. I think rumored to be about 17 million euros, something around there. So it's not gonna break the bank. Again, experienced. Wildcard. I'm gonna go with Miles Vila. Not someone we're actually linked with. The reason I'm going with him, 25 years old, I believe. Starting goalkeeper for Roma, who, of course, went on a crazy unbeaten run under Ranieri this season. I think the longest unbeaten run in Europe this season, potentially. Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, don't. But Sevilla. Obviously, we know that famous meme or that same famous video where obviously we scored. I think it was Man United against Benfica, and I can't remember who it is. Whipped in a ball and it went over Sevilla. Or he caught it and it went over the line, and then obviously Lukaku's consoling him. He's come on leaps and bounds since then. He's turned into a proper starting goalkeeper. His performances this season, if you haven't checked it out, go and watch a comp of his performances this season. He's been unreal. Shout out Ali, one of my boys, he's a Roma fan. He's telling me he's the best goalkeeper in the world. Ali also says that Totti is better than Messi. So you have to take what he says with a pinch of salt. But when it comes to Sevilla, I rate it. Serbian, but plays for Belgium. That adds nothing to the point, but you get what I'm trying to say. So, for now, I'm just going to put Martinez, because obviously that's the dream signing, right? Now, let's move on straight to the right 10. The right 10, for the dream signing, I've gone with. And I want to talk about him because I believe this guy could also be the solution for our midfield. What do I mean? It's been rumoured that Man United are looking for someone who could play both an 8 and potentially a 10, or a 10 and a striker, which is my second option. But that first option, 8 and 10, you look at a Xavi Simons. You look at someone who can play as an advanced midfielder, as in like in a double pivot, for example. He's the more further advanced midfielder. Can play as a 10, can even play as a winger. He can occupy those spaces. High IQ, When we're talking about high IQ player who can play multiple positions, got an eye for goal, young, very young, experienced for his age. You know that what's that job poster where it says like graduates needed or like 18 years? What is it? It's a mad one. It's like it doesn't make sense. What is it? 18 years old but like 20 years experience, something like that. That's Xavi Simons. You don't know what I'm talking about. That's Xavi Simons. I rate him highly. Every time I've watched him, I've been impressed. But I only watch his comps, so I'm going to be impressed. But again, if you're not a fan of Ugarte, Simons can occupy that right 10. But then also when we need someone in the midfield next to Bruno Fernandes, maybe we want to take the game to the opponent, which we should be doing as Man United Football Club. Not as of recent years, anyways. But anyways, maybe Ugarte, get out Ugarte, put Simons there. That's my dream signing. Of course, he's going to cost a lot. You're looking probably, I don't know, probably 50 million onwards. God knows. Leipzig are obviously one of the worst teams to negotiate with. Previously played for Barca, previously played for PSG. Great player. I'd love him. I'd love him at United. Oh my God. Again, he has the personality of someone who I think would excel at Man United. Someone who's a bit confident, arrogance, could do well for us. But of course, that's the dream signing. Let's move on to someone more realistic, someone we're actually linked with. And you guys have probably guessed it. If I can spell his name right. There you go. Bryan Mbeumo. So the second option of what I said the board were looking for. So they were looking for someone who could play as a midfielder and a double pivot, but also as a 10. Or someone who could play as a 10 and a striker. And Mbeumo was that, obviously, that option. So can Cunha, to be fair. But Mbeumo was that option. 20 goals in the Premier League for Brentford. I genuinely believe this right 10 position is made for him. You look at Mbeumo, you don't think he's a winger, you don't think he's a striker. That right 10, right forward, whatever you want to call it, perfect. Can run the channels. Whatever our striker's going to be doing, if he's going to be taking on defenders, and I'll get onto this with the strikers, if he's taking defenders away and making space, Cunha and Mbeumo can both attack that space. If it's lob it long to the striker and you're playing off, the striker can lay it off to the 10s or whatever, get you in behind, and Mbeumo and Cunha are those guys as well. And Mbeumo can do it. I genuinely think Cunha and Mbeumo alone, you're looking at combined 30 goals in the Premier League. Yeah, I think around 30 goals in the Premier League just from that. Those two alone, without Højlund up top, without a striker up top, already get us up the pitch. We play with 10 men. If we play with 10 men, just Cunha and Mbeumo, we go up. Did I say up the pitch? Up the table. We go up the table 5-6 places. We are linked with him. I don't think we're going to get him. Unfortunately, I just have a feeling. The same feeling I had with Liam Delap. I have a feeling Newcastle are going to come in and Newcastle are serious. They're just going to say, look, Baldy, come here. I'm going to grab him from his hair. He's bald, but they're going to grab him from his hair. Make it make sense. That's what Newcastle are on. Us, we're not on nothing. We're not going to grab him. I hope, Ineos, if you're watching this, prove me wrong. Call me a bitch and prove me wrong. But you're not on it. I would love him. Oh, I'd love Mbeumo at Man United. I want him bad. I want Mbeumo at United bad. Who's the wild card now? The wild card, man. I'd love this guy as well. I'd love this guy. Cherky. Maverick. Misbehave. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm trying to say. He was at Old Trafford and grabbed his balls at the fans. I need him to hold up a Man United shirt just for that. Imagine that storyline. The announcement. Cherky to Man United. What's the announcement going to be? They can play on that. They can do something about it. I don't want to see Alexis Sanchez playing a piano. No, something with balls. When Cherky signs for United, I want to see something with balls. That's what I'm on. But we're not going to get him because we're not a smart club. The only thing I will say about Cherky though, for such a top talent, for someone who's like, this guy's going to be the next big thing, and why has no one just grabbed him? Why has no one just said, in January he was available, now he's available? Why has no one just said, bro, come here? He's not going to be the most expensive player. We know that. Lyon are going through some financial troubles. Why has no one just picked him up? Even PSG, who are known to pick up French talent in Ligue 1, haven't even looked at him. Then you look at City. They've been flirting with him for a while. Apparently, he's on Man United's list. And don't get me wrong, that first leg, so-so. In Lyon, so-so. Obviously, he grabbed the goal because of the person I'm not going to name. The second leg, though, wow. Now, is he going to run for you? Probably not. Is he going to, be the guy to, when your team's losing, just go crazy and grab the ball? Probably not. We know there are some deficiencies in that side. But that magic that he can just turn it on and do something out of nowhere, you need that at a club. Any club needs that. Whether you're competing for the title, you're going to get those extra points. You're going to win the title because of a player like this. Whether you're trying to get top 4, you're going to win. You're going to get top 4, because of a player like that. Trying to escape relegation, you're going to escape it because of a player like that. A moment of magic just out of nowhere. Just like he did at Old Trafford. That goal. What a player. I'd love Shirky. But again, we're not smart. We don't make smart decisions. This is a player that we should be going all out for. And I don't know why we're not. So, for now, I'm gonna put Mbeumo, because Mbeumo is also a dream signing for me. But Simons just occupying both those roles just makes more sense. And obviously the fact that we're not going to get him is a bit more of a dream, I guess. Right, up top, number 9. This is where Man United have never fallen short. Never fallen short up until Rasmus Højlund joined my club. Before Rasmus Højlund joined my club, my track record with our number 9s was insane. And I'm not talking the number 9, I'm talking that position. From when I was born, or when I started watching football, Ruud van Nistelrooy is the person that got me to support Man United. Ruud van Nistelrooy. Wayne Rooney. Robin van Persie. Dimitar Berbatov. Carlos Tevez. Louis Saha. Slept on. That's 6 already. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Edinson Cavani. Fucking hell, his name is a mad thing. Why are you not just called Edison? Why is it Edinson? Just for that, I'm taking you away. How about that? Little Wasio. Looks like a villain. Højlund. Where'd you come from? Who invited him? Who invited my man? We need a number 9. We need a striker to get us goals. I'm telling you guys, a goalkeeper and a striker change everything for us. They change everything. Football is a game of fine margins. Manchester United have been in so many positions where we could have got the goal that would win us the game. If Rasmus Højlund moved. If Rasmus Højlund had a better first touch. If Højlund could finish. We would win the game. If Onana could catch. If Onana had command of his area. If Onana just didn't move. Some goals are literally straight at him, but he decides to move. Like, what you want? Anyways, I think you guys know who the dream signing is. I think you know who the dream signing is. Viktor Gyökeres. My brother, man. Victor, let me chat to you, like, face to face, yeah? I know you thought you were a bad bee. I know you thought, and rightly so, by the way. I've scored the most goals, like, in Europe, like, really and truly. I'm going to win the golden boot, whatever. Like, I know the big teams are coming. Like, they must be. Me, Gyökeres. I've got a cold celebration as well. I've got the whole package. I'm Swedish. I can do this, and I grab goals. Like, what more do you want from someone? Arsenal said, brother, Benjamin's here. Chelsea, they want the French youth, Etatike, whatever his name is, and the lap. Liverpool, Etatike. Suddenly, Gyökeres is looking around like, fam, say all I'm gonna have to settle for the 5 out of 10, which is us, Man United. Say no European football. I'm gonna have to settle for them. He's gonna have to settle for his ex, Amram. But hey, the ex made you feel loved, at least. Viktor Gyökeres. Your options are limited. Just, bro, drop the ego. Just come Just come to United, bro. We'll love you. Anything is better than Højlund. How about that? I promise that we will love you because we've seen Højlund. I promise you're going to get love and support. There's no way you can... And the same goes for the goalkeepers. Just catch a ball. That's all I ask. Just have a decent first touch. That's all I ask. In all honesty, though, I love the profile of Gyökeres because he's a guy who can run the channels. He's the guy who can run in behind. He's the guy that's going to move defenders out of place and move defenders out of position. But he's also got the frame to just hold the ball up if needed. If you're looking for someone to just ping the ball into, take a touch and lay it off. My supporting tens, lay it off there. Play it out wide, I can do that. Drop it back to the midfielder waiting outside the box, I can do that. Good on the ball. Can run the channels. Can hold up the ball. And the most important thing from any striker in the world is finishing. Can he finish? And oh my God, can he? Left foot, right foot, it doesn't matter. A cross goal, near post. Tap-ins. From the corner. He could do it all. Victor Gyökeres would be a dream signing. And if we're serious, is someone who we should be going all out for. I don't know why we still haven't really gone for him. Like, really. Make him feel loved. Make him feel wanted. Arsenal are pushing him to the side. Chelsea are pushing him to the side. Everyone's pushing him to the side. We need to go in there and say, bro, just trust us. You will be at the head of the rebuild. You're going to be our starter, our number 9, playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. Victor Gyökeres would be my dream signing. Obviously, it's a bit, I wouldn't say unrealistic because I still have a bit of hope that we can get Gyökeres only because of the lack of options that he's got. If he had more options, there's no way. There's no way. But let's say Gyökeres holds out and says, you know what? I'd rather even stay at Sporting than come to you lot. Who's someone we can get? Who's a more realistic option? Boom, 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 boom. Matata's in the room. Jean-Philippe. Jean-Philippe. Ça va. That's all I know. Brother, I need Crystal Palace fans. Wallahi respect. Wallah. You won the FA Cup. Big up. Like, it's a big deal for you lots. I promise. It's massive. And I genuinely wanted you lot to win. So, genuinely, congratulations. Glasner, great manager. But relax. I'm having Palace fans talking to me about, do you really think he's going to want to leave you lots? Do you really think he's going to want to leave Palace, who have Europa League football, to join Manchester United? What are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? Are we going to pretend that playing Europa League football with Crystal Palace is a bigger opportunity than playing for Manchester United, period? You're playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. The eyes that are on you, you've never seen anything like it before, bro. Ever. Your Instagram followers, through the roof. Your sponsorships, through the roof. Wages, wow, life-changing. Call the family in France. Call them. It's red panty night. Playing for Manchester United is and always will be, probably in my lifetime, one of the biggest privileges that a player could have. And it's sad to see how far we've fallen. It's sad to see that the players who currently play for us maybe don't show that privilege. Maybe they don't embody it as much as we'd like to think. But in a player's mind, playing for Manchester United is huge. So don't tell me that Mateta would rather stay at Palace than come to Man United. Just don't. Maybe for other reasons of like, oh, I'm more comfortable here, or I don't know if that's separate. But ambition, you're talking about someone, who feels like Palace is a greater project or for some... No. Come on, let's be real, man. Let's be real. A failing Man United side is still, with respect to Palace, I love Palace. But still, let's be real. His touch is amazing. I'll say that now. His hold-up play is incredible. Remember where I said Gyökeres can do both? Run the channels and hold up the ball? Mateta, you're looking at someone who's more likely going to hold up the ball. But can do it amazingly. Amazingly well. By himself, he's going to occupy two defenders. By himself. He's just that player. You're going to have to put 2 men on him. One, he's getting dashed. 1 man is getting dashed. You're going to have to put 2 on him. And just from that alone, like I said, when you've got those 10 so close to the striker, And when you've got the 10s who have an eye for goal, who score goals, who are smart, who are intelligent, Cunha and Buemo, whoever else, you're gonna benefit. They're all gonna be eaten. They're all gonna be eaten. So for that reason, Mateta is my realistic option. Now, who's the wild card option for the striking position? This one might surprise you. I don't know. A lot of you might be onto it, but it's gonna be Guirassy. I've seen the striker. I've seen a few strikers come to Man United who are stopgaps, and potentially they came at a time when we didn't need a stopgap. We didn't need, someone to come in and only do a job for a year or so. We needed a long-term project at that time. The place Man United are right now, we need anyone, whether it be a stopgap, whether it be a project player who can hit the ground running. But if not, if that project player isn't available, Liam Delap has obviously agreed to sign with Chelsea. I think that was our project player. If that player is not available, I have no problem getting a stopgap for 1 or 2 years. Someone who can get me goals, someone who, if we've got younger players, younger strikers, can learn, they can learn off him, someone with experience. This guy, 30 plus goals last season. 13, I believe, in the Champions League, 21 in the Bundesliga. I don't care if half of them were penalties. I'll be real, I don't care. This guy's a goal scorer. He will guarantee you goals. Again, big presence. And I feel like the way Amorim plays his football, he wants a big presence. Like I said, you either run the lines, you either run the channels, you either get in behind, or you hold up the ball. Sometimes both. Like I said, dream signing Gyökeres. But if not, Guirassy can do that in abundance. He can hold up the ball. He can... Again, you're looking at someone who can win balls in the air. You're someone who can, leech off other loose balls in the penalty area. A real poacher, a real striker. I definitely wouldn't mind Guirassy. I'm surprised his name isn't mentioned more. I don't think he's going to cost a lot. I think he'll probably be in about the 20, 30 million euro mark, potentially. I think there's a release clause in his contract, but I'm not 100% sure. Really and truly, we should have been, and I know we've looked at him before, by the way, when he was at Stuttgart, when he had that amazing start to the season. I know we looked at him. There were reports, really, really well-informed reports and reliable reports that we were looking at Guirassy. I think in January. I'm surprised we didn't go for him then. Not this January, I believe the one before, obviously, because he's obviously at Dortmund. Guirassy would be my wild card. I don't see us linked to anyone else, and the people that we maybe are linked to aren't really moving me like that. But, of course, the dream would be Gyökeres. So, having said that, the starting 11 for next season, my dream starting 11 for next season. You know what? If we're doing dream, let my dream. Martin Luther King, I had a dream. Hussein, in 2025, I have a dream. Let me dream. Emi Martinez in goal. Martinez. Ooh, we're going to have 2 Martinezes. 2 Argentines as well. And we love an Argentine at Man United. We do. Lisandro, De Ligt, and Yoro at the back. Dorgu, Simons, Fernandez, and Ahmad in midfield. Cunha and Mbeumo playing behind Victor Gyökeres. That is my dream starting 11 for next season. If you want to replace, of course, Simons for Ugarte, you can. If you want to replace De Ligt for Maguire, you can. I have no problems. But as a whole, that's my starting 11. That's my dream starting 11. Guys, let me know yours. Let me know what changes you'd make to this team. Let me know if I'm sleeping on any positions. Is there a position there that we need to kind of be looking at a bit more? The wing-back position, you can argue. I think the right wing-back was more of a position that I was looking at until I realised that obviously Ahmad will probably play there. So Delo won't be playing. As long as Delo's not in the team, I don't mind. The defence, I think, is very solid. The 2 10s, we are for sure looking at. And the 9. I think those 3 positions, I think we're definitely going to buy. I think we're definitely going to buy 2 10s and we're definitely going to buy a striker. It's just who. And I hope we do. I hope. A midfielder would be nice. Of course, Edison is also linked as well. I didn't do the 3 positions in midfield. But that's another option. But yeah, as a whole, let me know. What do you guys think? Let me know your comments. Your thoughts in the comments, rather. It's a big transfer window, boys. I'm going to try to keep you updated as much as possible. I'm going to try to give my thoughts. Let me know what you want to see next as well. Since it's obviously the beginning of the channel, it's in this growth period, its birth really. Let me know what format you want to see. And until then, please like, please leave a comment, and please subscribe to join the family of pain. Because like I said, we're all here for each other. We're all going through the same stuff. We need to support each other.